Welcome viewers, I'm Akshit, and as you see in the title, this is the part 1 or episode 1 of the London Files series. This series will showcase the biggest and the most brutal crimes done in London. And for your information, this series will go more gruesome and more darker as we progress in the parts. So as this is the first part, this is gonna be really short one and also a very light one. So let's get started. So before starting, I want to tell you about the sponsor of this video, Lampo Computers. These guys sell the best workstations and servers, and they are the best to contact in all over India. And they even provide rental services. That means you can even hire or rent a server or a workstation, and these workstations and servers are really heavy and even in budget too. They provide the best discounts and everything, and this might even save you some money. To contact, there is a link below in the description of their website, and also their phone number is in the description, on which you can contact them by WhatsApp, message, and even calling. Their Instagram profile is also linked in the description. You can go and follow them too with me. So I've seen many old people around my house, but this group of 7 old men are really naughty ones. Combining the 7, the ages add up to 448 years, and they were part of one of the biggest crimes or the biggest heist of London. They stole jewels and gold and cash, combined worth of a whopping 14 million pounds, or can say $20 million. And unfortunately or fortunately for them, till date only a third of the amount has been recovered. The youngest of the group is 42. At the time of burglary, the oldest, Brian Reader, was standing at the age of 76. Seeing the planning and execution of the robbery, we can say that it was almost a perfect robbery. The perfect plan. One of the members got to the Hatton Garden safe deposit using a senior citizen pass, giving him a free ride to the robbery of millions. Now for the background, all the members were already part of serious crimes in the past, and Brian Reader was also jailed in 1983 heist, which was also at the vault, which was Brink's high security vault at an airport. The best thing about Brian is that he got balls to do that shit again. And in 1983 heist, Brian's group stole about 26 million pounds worth of gold bars. The gang might be old but dangerous. Every one of these had a really long criminal activity history behind them. Mystery Man Basil. On the evening of April 2nd, the gang met up at the Hatton Garden safe deposit. They let themselves in through a fire exit. A red-haired man, who was known as Basil, still hasn't been identified and has an award of $20,000 on his head. So while the robbery was going, they almost disabled all the alarms, but only one was left by mistake. But there went a security guard, who then saw nothing. The police also failed to send the barracks or the police officer, which they are still regretting. The gang began the process of drilling 51 centimeter thick concrete wall, but they initially could not break it because the cabinet was coming in their way, and the next day they returned with a new machine and forced the cabinet out of the way. Then the 76-year-old climbed into the vault, where they opened only 73 of the 1,000 boxes. Or to be more specific, 999 boxes. Detectives were able to trace the Mercedes car they used to track the main guys, who were Brian Reader, Terry Collins, age 75, Terry Peckins, age 67, and Daniel Jones at age 60. The detective watched and listened these for a few days as the old men gathered in cafes and Castle Pub in Islington, North London, where the men decided that what will they do of that much money and the leisure time they had. Their life was going to be the perfect old life they could ever have. Forensics for Dummies. When they arrested the gang, they found a small smelting machine and a diamond tester. Also a gold and diamond separator. And the elephant in the room, an ironic book which was named Forensics for Dummies. A disgusting thing is that when they were searched, bags full of jewelry and gold were found, but under the graves of John's father and brother. The main figures, Brian Reader, John Collins, Terry Peckins and Daniel Jones, were found guilty to burglary in September. Two more, William Lincoln at age 60 and Carl Wood at age 58, were both convicted at Woolwich Crown Court at the same charge. while Hugh Doyle, at age 48, was found guilty of concealing the stolen property. Now, so sorry, but here comes the end of the video. This is the first part of the series known as the London Files. But this is a really short one because this is the first part, and this was really light one, And as this is the first part, I also told you this is the short and the less darker one. As we'll progress in the parts, there will be more longer and more darker and more gruesome things. So now stay tuned for the next 5 parts. Part 2 will come exactly next month on 6 p.m. IST without delay. So just click the subscribe button and the bell icon to get notified first on each video. You can also follow me up on Instagram. I'll give updates of the video processes and the behind the scenes you can also see. There are also my pics and many things I'll share with you, and I'll also talk to you if I could. And these are all the other apps on which I'm available. So you can catch me up anywhere on all these apps, no matter which app you're using. I'll be there. Now comes the actual end of the video. See you next month. Bye.